Hi, Dawn Lewis here. I'm actually coming to you from Nelson Bay on a surprise holiday. You can probably hear the wildlife. Today, let's talk about something that's quite the opposite of where I am now, and that is working in and organising a small craft space. As much as we would all love a great big dedicated craft room with built-in cabinets and all that kind of thing, and yes, Pinterest, I blame you for this, the reality is that most of us have to work in a fairly small space. For many years, I crafted either in my lounge chair or sitting at my dining table. Even though I have a studio, I have to share that space with teenagers playing video games, overnight guests, and quality control kitty. My actual workspace is quite small. I have 3 cupboards in that room. They have desk space with lights and power so that I can work in the cupboard and then pretty much close the doors and it all goes away. So I understand about working in small spaces. Here are my top 5 tips for maximising your storage space. Number 1. Boxes. Boxes stack. Now, baskets are pretty and all that. However, boxes stack. They also keep out the dust, and that is something baskets just don't do. Number 2, maximise your real estate. If you can't extend out and make your workspace bigger, go up. If you can find some cool little narrow shelves, you can actually put them on your desk, on your workspace, so that you've got some storage solutions going up. Number 3, decluttering. We've talked about this before. I will put a link to that video below. If you don't love it and you don't need it, it is time for it to go. Don't let unloved supplies take up precious real estate. Number 4, think outside the craft storage box. Start looking in different places for some storage solutions. I mean, IKEA is fantastic, but not everybody has one close by. Look for kitchen storage solutions, look for laundry storage solutions, and look for office storage solutions. You will find some things in there that will probably fit the bill. Number 5, hang it. Look, it could be as simple as finding some of those under-shelf baskets. They slip onto the shelf and you've got a basket underneath. Another option is a corkboard or a whiteboard so that you can put up your latest purchases. Out of sight is definitely out of mind. Even a rod that you can hang onto the wall and put hooks across it so that some of your supplies are hanging off, like scissors or little baskets that have got your tools in there. It's a fantastic way to get things off your desk but still have them accessible. The last thing I would like to tell you is that you really need to work within your budget. Do not send yourself broke getting the latest and greatest thing. Down the track, it might not work for you and you're going to change it. And if you spend a fortune on it, it's going to hurt and you're not going to be willing to make that change. Look for sales, find the things you want. And if you really have to have them because they all match, trust me, that is my dream, but it's not how my space looks at the moment. Maybe buy a piece at a time. Remember, you can spray paint things, you can cover them in contact. A few other pointers. When you are working in a small space, it's not all just about storage and organisation. You need to take into account your accumulation habits. Are you bringing in more stuff than you can use? And is that in turn overrunning your space? My tip there is use what you have before you buy something new. When you are shopping, buy with a project in mind. Don't just go buying willy-nilly. Really look at it. Are you really going to use that thing? And let's talk about the bargain bin while we're at it. Just because it's cheap, if you don't use it, it is not a good deal. When you are shopping for stamps, my tip is this. If you can't think of 3 uses for it right now, it's probably not going to get a lot of use, which means you're not going to get your money's worth out of it. If you are a paper pad addict, just like myself, I find myself buying them all the time. Here is my biggest tip on how I make sure I don't buy more than I can store. I use my One Sheet Wonder template a lot. I've talked about that before. I'll put links below. You can get 10 cards out of a single sheet of pattern paper with a few little extra bits and pieces. Always have a think about what you need to move out before you bring stuff in. Now, how about you? Are you working in a small space or do you have one of those great big rooms? If you have one of those big rooms, can I come and play? In all seriousness, let's all share our best storage tips below because everybody can use them and maybe you have a storage solution that I haven't thought of yet, in which case I would love to know about it. If you like this video, hey, why not subscribe to my channel so you can see more crafting vlogs and tutorials, and maybe share it with a friend who perhaps is also working in a small craft space. In the meantime, from beautiful Nelson's Bay, I hope you have a happy crafting day. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.